What's up, guys? We've all heard people wanting a 2JZ engine in this next generation Supra, and we knew it would eventually get done. It's no surprise since Toyota has also mentioned it, and the chassis was designed around BMW's 6-cylinder engine, which should be similar in size. Well, production versions haven't even gotten out yet, and the 2JZGTE swap has already been done. But how did they do it? First off, I just want to say that don't believe that there's been only one 2JZ engine swap, because there's actually two A90s with this swap already done to them. Both of them are former drifting champions. I'm probably going to kill their names here, but Daigo Saito and Masato Kawabata. They both also share a similar experience when competing with each other in the past. So I guess this would be the next logical step for both of them. It's unconfirmed if Daigo's team received a complete stock Supra or just a chassis to build upon. It could have been a 4-cylinder Supra from what we know. Let me know if you have any information in the comment section below. It took his team 42 days to do the swap, including development time. The heavier Iron 2JZ sits in there pretty low and far back, which should help with weight distribution. Another thing that should help with it is also the radiators. They've moved the radiators towards the rear of the car. Now, the car itself has been strategically cut up to fit wide-body fenders for the larger tires and wheels, with roll cage for safety and other drifting parts. Daigo decided on the A90 Supra for the 2019 season because of its shorter wheelbase and small size, which should be easier to control for drifting. As far as not using the BMW B58 engine, well, it's still fairly new and has a smaller aftermarket support. They have teamed up with HKS to build this 800 horsepower 2JZ Supra, and it looks to be running and ready to compete in the D1GP All-Star Shootout exhibition event in Tokyo on March 23rd. Masato Kawabata at this time is still in the process with getting his team swap running. They received a running automatic 6-cylinder Supra, which they took out for some driving. Before the 2JZ swap though, they weighed the car at 3,260 pounds, which is less than the stated numbers of 3,397 pounds, and that is a 137 pound difference, which could be due to the amount of fuel in the fuel tank and of course the aftermarket Volk racing wheels on it. Now, how did they already swap the 2JZGTE into this next generation Supra? Well, I didn't see much from Daigo's car, but there's a lot more details from Masato's swap, which give us a great idea on how they did it. First off, there are 3 types of oil pans for the 2JZ, a front, mid, and rear sump. In this case, they are using a rear sump oil pan to clear the front subframe. The next issue is motor mounts. From what I can see here, they're using the stock 2JZ mount with a fabricated bracket which aligns with the existing subframe. As far as transmissions go, they are not using a Toyota W58, R154, or even the Getrag 6-speed. They are using a Samsoness rear-wheel drive sequential transmission, which is great for drifting, but not for someone like us probably. We'll have to wait and see if other Toyota transmission offerings will fit without much work. The rear differential has also been swapped out for a Siki or Winters rear differential, which is also applicable to what they're doing, which is drifting. I don't see the issue with keeping the stock radiator in its position in front of the car with the 2JZ swap if you're not planning to go as extreme as these drift cars. Like Toyota has mentioned, it's a pretty straightforward swap. The biggest issue, I think, is the wiring harness. You're gonna have to try to integrate Toyota wiring with BMW wiring, and that's gonna be probably chaotic. I'd assume the wiring would be very similar in the 2016 or newer BMW 340i models, or any other model using the B58 or B48. So in a sense, you should be able to 2JZ swap any BMW using the B58 or B48 easily, as we've seen with the A90 Supra swaps, because the Supra is going to have the same motors. Wiring up the car is pretty much aftermarket at this point. I think something like a Motec, Haltech, or anything similar. And that's going to be it for this video. So hopefully it was insightful and it gave you an idea on how to do a 2JZ swap in this upcoming Supra, if you're planning on getting one, or you're just curious. Now, what do you think? Would you rather still buy an A80 Supra? Would you swap a 2JZ into this A90 Supra? Is it a waste of money? Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. I'll see you in the next one.